Errol Spence, the welterweight champ, is going to be in action coming up here in the next on April 16th against Yordenis Ugas. Good matchup. Looking forward to this one. I know you have some thoughts on this one. What should we look for from Spence Ugas?
You know, Ugas is a counterpuncher. So start with that. He was a terrific, just like Spence was a terrific amateur, obviously Olympian and everything. But Ugas was also a tremendous amateur from the Cuban national team, and so he's got all that experience, all that confidence, everything, and styles make fights, and he's a good counterpuncher, and he beat the legendary Pacquiao. Pacquiao was 42 years old, 41, 42, I'm not sure, but he's up there. But the interesting thing about that fight, if you're going to look at that to be able to handicap the Spence fight a little bit, which I do, I use everything. Ugas won the fight, but it was close. Pacquiao made it closer than some people might want to admit. And the reason it was close was Pacquiao outworked him. Yeah, I know it's about landing, and that's why Ugas won. He landed the cleaner, harder punches, most significant punch. But Pacquiao outworked him. And my point is this. I don't think he's outworking Spence.
No.
And so that means he's going to have to do what he did with Pacquiao. He's going to have to land the cleaner, harder punches and affect him. First of all, Spence has a really good chin. I don't know that he's going to be able to land. See, a counterpuncher needs a certain environment to be able to be at his best. The environment that he got from Pacquiao was the right environment. Even though Pacquiao's a legend, he's iconic, one of the greats, he is. But a counterpuncher needs his opponent to be aggressive and recklessly aggressive sometimes. And that's Pacquiao. Pacquiao got away with it being recklessly aggressive when he was young because he's so damn fast he could run red lights before a car came and crashed into him or before a cop could get there to give him a ticket. But as he got older and he runs those red lights, he makes mistakes. He gets recklessly aggressive by reaching in and coming in from too far away. And he's a little slower. He could pay a price, and he did pay a price in the Ugas fight with right hands. And right hands are the southpaw killer. And Ugas had that. And he was able to time Pacquiao all night long with the right hand. And again, Pacquiao gave him sort of what he needed by being aggressive. He's not going to get that help from Spence. Spence, for all we think how strong he is, how big he is, what a body punch he is, how aggressive he is cautiously aggressive. Yeah, he's aggressive, but behind the jab. Here outbox you. You know, everybody thought that Mikey Garcia would maybe have a chance against the biggest Spence by countering him. No, he didn't. You know why? Because Spence out-jabbed him. And when a guy is using his jab the right way from the right distance, it's very hard for a counterpuncher to be at his A game because he needs something to counter. And when you're jabbing and staying out of range and controlling that range with a jab, you're not giving the counterpuncher anything to counter. That's how I see this fight. Spence will not give Ugas what Pacquiao gave him, a target just coming in where he could just, be able to time him coming in with counters. He's going to hit him with jabs. He's going to come behind that jab, that southpaw jab, and it's going to take a lot of Ugas's game away, his main part of his game, the ability to counter your opponent's mistakes, your opponent's recklessness. So, to me, the breakdown I just gave is the right breakdown. We'll see whether or not it plays out that way, but I'm picking Spence because of what I just said. That I think it'll go the distance. And another thing about Spence that bodes well for him, Ugas is good defensively. Spence is a good body puncher. You can break down a man's defense a little bit when you go to the body, So I'm going with Spence, and And that's it. Who are you going with?
Oh, I'm taking Spence for sure. I think Spence too big, too experienced, too fast, too big. Ugas is just he's got some losses earlier in his career against some like lesser known talent.
They weren't all fair though. You're great. You're right. But I thought he beat Porter.
I was going to say Porter. I thought he beat Porter in a split decision loss. Split decision as close as it gets. I do too.
I thought he's been robbed a couple of times. But again, I'm going with Spence.